So the MCC update came out last week and it features, get this, MOAs in Halo CE. This is going to be a huge game changer for I Spy. They also added custom map support, kind of a big thing I guess. As a result, the floodgates have opened and people are publishing maps on Steam Workshop right now. Someone already released the original Xbox maps with a few bug fixes that even CEA doesn't have, like the power-ups rendering actually works correctly now. Before it would just flicker and possibly give you a seizure if it didn't enough and you were sensitive to that. Oh my goodness, this game is so much better now. Does this mean we can finally uninstall Halo Custom Edition and never play a Gearbox game ever again? Well, not quite. MCC does do custom maps a little better in a lot of ways, as unlike Halo Custom Edition, it supports custom descriptions, custom thumbnails, and custom map names. Halo Custom Edition only gives you the file name with no option for custom map descriptions without replacing UI.map. However, MCC's listing of those maps in-game still leaves a bit to be desired, as you can only see 4 at a time and not necessarily in alphabetical order, meaning that with enough maps, just selecting a map in the menu can be a hassle. It already is in the base game for a few games, such as Halo Reach, which have quite a few multiplayer maps you have to scroll through just to get to Forge World. If you saw the last video I posted, it took over 5 minutes to go through 5,000 Custom Edition maps in MCC, and that list is also not quite in alphabetical order either. Custom Edition does list more maps at once, especially because it's vertical instead of horizontal, although even this may not be enough for a user with dozens or hundreds of maps installed. Luckily, you can also pick a map by typing it in the console, and it even supports filtering using the SV map list command. MCC doesn't have such a feature, so if you have a lot of maps installed, get ready to be spending some time in the menu when you want to find, say, Yo-Yo Rest Island V2 or Halo Craft. It also supports using the Steam Workshop, allowing you to discover custom maps via the Steam client. And since these maps are obtained through Steam, they also have auto-updating. If you're subscribed to a map on Steam, you're going to be downloading updates for it automatically. Halo Custom Edition never had these features, instead requiring you to either install a mod like Chimera or Hack2, which auto-downloads those maps from a repository, or you have to get it off the internet yourself. Oh, Halo maps, you're a classic. MCC has almost everything set up for success here as far as a Halo Custom Edition replacement goes, but it is missing one key ingredient: custom maps in the custom games browser. Basically, in Halo Custom Edition, you can just join a server that has a custom map and other people can join it. You don't need to know anyone in the game, you just need to have the map, and with said mods, you will automatically download it upon joining the server, if you don't. MCC only has this as an option for the stock maps. Want to play some custom multiplayer maps? You have to find people and get games that way. So as far as custom multiplayer goes, Custom Edition still kind of wins here. And it's not just Custom Edition, but other PC games which actually natively support this as a feature. Believe it or not, Call of Duty has traditionally been a fairly modding-friendly franchise on PC. Many of the Call of Duty games, even going as far back as the original, have custom maps which just work with the in-game server browser. And other games, Team Fortress 2, Garry's Mod, Killing Floor 2, so many games just do this. And of course, Halo Custom Edition can, though if you want to download the maps, you need a mod, although most people do. Compared to other games, MCC could do better here. Now for custom single player, well, yeah, MCC is better here, mostly. Halo Custom Edition lets you do a lot more as far as customizing your experience goes, allowing you to use custom controller bindings as well as better mouse settings, like being able to change the vertical sensitivity separate from the horizontal. This is actually a big thing that MCC doesn't have for some reason, as it means that on MCC and only MCC, vertical sensitivity will always be half that of horizontal sensitivity, and you can't change this. This is really awkward on mouse. It also has Lewis scripting through Chimera, but MCC has better graphics, better map discoverability, and auto-updating, so while it might not play quite as well or support custom Lewis scripts, it's overall better experience in most cases. So if I had to say which is better overall, I would say MCC is generally better for single player, even if Custom Edition can play a bit better, especially for those wanting the better input. But for multiplayer, in theory, it could be better, but that one key feature being missing, custom maps in the custom games browser, will limit it a lot compared to not only Halo Custom Edition, but many other PC games. It is quite a shame that 343 Industries for whatever reason omitted this, despite such a huge precedent being set in other PC titles before it, as this means custom multiplayer maps, which could otherwise be a really cool feature with a lot of potential, may not quite reach that potential. This doesn't mean it's not worth a consideration, far from it. I still see this feature getting heavy use in the future, but I do see this as a pretty big downside. So, what do you think? If you want custom maps in the custom games browser, you know what to do. Tell 343 Industries that you want this feature and that MCC would be way better with it. Make sure to tell them on social media, Waypoint, or your own YouTube video and get this information out there. But remember to be respectful. As John said, Captain Keys. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good day.